So when we want to do a single arm Y raise with a more lengthened challenge, what you want to do is set up the cable at about hand height. So if you stand next to the cable, you have your arms straight, that's where I want you to set the cable. I want you to use just a single D handle. I want you to grab it with that outside hand, and you're going to turn 90 degrees. So your arm is now kind of across your body. Hold on with that inside hand, and I want you to walk as far away as you can while maintaining an upright torso and holding onto the cable, right? I don't want you to go all the way out here. Stay upright, get into a nice balanced stance. This arm should be bracing against the cable, and your arm should be straight. Now, this would be a single arm Y raise, and it's a fantastic exercise, amazing exercise. If we want to challenge the stretched position here a little bit more, what I want you to do is turn your shoulders and hips into that working arm, right? So I'm facing this way, kind of 90 degrees perpendicular, and I want to just turn everything into that working arm. So now there's more tension here at the initiation of the lift where my delt is really lengthened. So you're setting up in this position here as far away as you can while remaining upright and holding on, and you're going to rotate everything into the working arm, and you're going to do that same motion. Now you will find that that cable is going to hit you in the ribs here kind of before you would ultimately finish that movement, and that's okay. We're not worried about finishing the lift, we're worried about making it more challenging in the beginning. Now, if you're a little bit shorter, or you have shorter arms, or your D handle has a really long strap, you might find that in this position, while holding on, it's still kind of racked and rested at the bottom. If you watch closely here, as I get into position, I've already engaged the tension on the cable. But if you have really short arms or your D handle has a really long extra strap, you might find that as you turn in, there's still no tension on the cable here at that initiation. So if that's you, just take the D handle off, right? Pull the cable out, grab the knob, and have your palm up. So the carabiner will come out of the pointer finger and thumb side of your hand. And then you're gonna do the same thing. Start perpendicular, move away, arm straight, rotate into that working arm, and raise up on a diagonal like this. When we're talking about the arm path for the Y raise, what we want is thinking about kind of unsheathing a sword up on this kind of upward Y diagonal, right? You should end up kind of in that, old school YMCA position here, like this, right? Not down here, not directly overhead, but you should finish in this nice Y position. And if you've set up with the cable at the right height, that will feel really intuitive. The second piece of advice is you want to think about making the biggest circle you can, right? You want to think about pushing the arm away from your body, making a nice big circle motion. What you don't want to do is this, right? You don't want this big shrug of the shoulder and retraction of the shoulder blade and a bent elbow. You want a straight arm, and you want to reach away from you like this. You don't want this, where you're shrugging and retracting the shoulder blades back. I want you to push out and away, like you're trying to make the biggest circle possible. And so quick recap, set the cable up at about hand height, use a single D handle, step away from the machine as far as you can remain upright and still hold on. Then you're gonna turn into the working arm, keep the palm facing in towards the cable, and you're gonna raise up and away from you into this Y position until the cable hits you in the ribs, no problem at all. Kind of like unsheathing a sword, which I'm sure you've all done many times.